Selective perception. People tend to focus on information that supports what they already believe, ignoring anything that contradicts it. It's like wearing belief-colored glasses. Everything that fits the narrative stands out, and everything else gets blurred. This bias can skew how we interpret people, events, or even facts, often leading to misjudgments and missed insights. Stereotyping. Instead of seeing someone as an individual, this bias slaps on a label based on group identity, like gender, race, or age, and assumes the rest. It's quick and often unconscious, but it leads to distorted expectations and can drive unfair treatment in everything from job interviews to casual interactions. Halo effect, when one positive trait outshines everything else. If someone is attractive or confident, we may assume they're also smart, kind, or skilled, whether they are or not. It's a shortcut our brain takes, but it clouds objective judgment and can lead to overvaluing or trusting people for the wrong reasons. Attribution errors. We're often unfair when explaining behavior, especially others. Fundamental attribution error makes us blame someone's actions on their personality, like they're lazy, rather than context, they were unlucky. Self-serving bias flips the script for ourselves. If we are success, then that's all me. But failure means there's been bad luck. Primacy effect. First impressions don't just matter, they linger. Information we get first tends to shape how we view everything after it. Even if new facts show otherwise, the initial impression can still dominate. Recency effect. What we hear or see last tend to stick more in our minds. In interviews, arguments, or speeches, the final words often carry the most weight, sometimes more than the actual content spread out over time. Jumping to conclusions. Sometimes we decide what someone meant or what will happen next, without any real proof. Mind reading assumes we know what others are thinking. Fortune telling convinces us the worst will happen. Both bypass facts in favor of quick, often wrong conclusions. Status effect. Does high status equals high ability? Not necessarily, but our brains often assume so. We're more likely to trust, agree with, or praise someone simply because they have a title or power, even if their actions don't match. Confirmation bias. Once we believe something, our minds go hunting for proof to support it and ignore everything else. This keeps us in our comfort zone, but blocks growth, learning, and seeing situations as they really are. False consensus effect. We tend to believe that most people think the same way we do. Everyone agrees with me, until we realize they don't. This bias can lead to overconfidence in group settings and poor decision-making based on assumed majority support. Illusion of control. Ever thought you could influence something random, like a dice roll, just by concentrating harder? That's this bias at work. It makes us believe we have control over outcomes that are actually ruled by chance, leading to risky or superstitious behavior. Overconfidence effect. We often trust our judgments more than we should. People regularly overestimate how much they know or how accurately they can predict things. It's a bias that feels good in the moment, but can backfire when reality doesn't match our confidence. Hindsight bias. After something happens, it suddenly seems obvious. I knew it all along. We say, though we probably didn't. This bias rewrites our memory of the past and makes us believe events were more predictable than they were. Optimism bias. We expect good things to happen to us more than to others. It can keep us motivated, but it also means we might ignore risks or skip planning for worst-case scenarios because we assume we'll be fine. Pessimism bias. The flip side of optimism. This bias makes people expect the worst. It exaggerates risks and negative outcomes, often leading to avoidance, anxiety, or giving up too soon, even when things might turn out okay. Projection bias. We assume others feel what we feel now, or that we'll feel the same way in the future as we do today. It can lead to poor choices, like overeating when hungry, because we assume we'll still want that much food later. It also reduces empathy when we can't imagine others feeling differently. Unconscious bias. These are judgments or stereotypes we make automatically without realizing it. They're shaped by culture, media, and past experiences, and they sneak into how we hire, treat others, or make decisions, often in ways that reinforce unfair systems.